Hello viewers, welcome to the Sandridge Energy Studio at Pubco. Thanks for watching Parties Extra. This episode is brought to you by Party Galaxy. We are here with Christy Woodworth. She is chairman of the annual membership luncheon for the Oklahoma City Junior League. It's coming up March 29th, so we're glad you're here to bring us up to date.
Well, thanks, Helen.
We want to talk about the luncheon, but first let's hear a little bit about the league, the Junior League. How many members? Where do you meet? What goes on?
Well, we have a little more than 400 active members in a provisional class that is probably about 75 or so. That number fluctuates throughout the year as women go through the process. And then we have almost 1,000 sustaining members, so women who've essentially graduated from active membership. So that puts us, right at a little under 1,500 total members. So it's quite an influential group in the city when we get en masse and start working towards something like this luncheon.
So you have new members coming in right now, I think, don't you?
We do. We have the current provisional class will wrap up their work at the end of May, and so invitations have been extended to new women, or to women for the new provisional class for 2012-2013, and I think we're waiting to hear back from some of those folks right now.
That's awesome. Well, and you all are part of a national group, I think. Is that right?
That's true. The Association of Junior Leagues International, it is actually an international organization. There are some Junior League organizations outside of the U.S., but it is predominantly a U.S.-based organization. And the Oklahoma City Junior League is a very active member of AJLI, which is the Association of Junior Leagues International, and we belong to a group of larger leagues, so folks, leagues who have more than 400 members. Poll. And we're still very involved in that and have the opportunity to shape and influence and discuss league policy for all of the organization's members across the world. Well,
tell us about the upcoming luncheon, when and where. You have a co-chairman, I think. So
I do. Beth Kerr is my co-chair. She's a sustainer, so we always pair an active and sustainer to chair this luncheon. And Beth and I have known each other for a very long time, so it's been really fun to work closely with her. I think this luncheon is my favorite league event of the year. I have gone every year since I was a provisional, which was when the earth cooled many moons ago. And so I was really honored to receive the call and be asked to co-chair the luncheon with Beth. We are delighted about our honorees. We will celebrate this year 3 sustaining women with awards. And
it's a luncheon.
It is a luncheon.
It's at Quail Creek?
It's at Quail Creek on Thursday, March 29th from 11:30 to 1. While it is not a fundraiser for the league, there is a cost for the ticket. We do certainly have expenses to cover. Yes. And they're $45 a ticket. Folks can call the Junior League office, or they can just go to jloc.org and order their tickets online.
So, Christy, do you have a volunteer committee working on this?
We do. What's interesting about this luncheon in particular is Beth and I are the only 2 people who are actively placed, and that counts as our volunteer work this year. Everyone else is a volunteer. We have a wonderful committee, primarily of provisionals and sustainers who are working on it. Linda Slauson, Lenny Burrow, Betsy Manter are some of the sustainers who are working on the committee, and Jessica Hunt and a whole host of other folks are working with us, and they're just fantastic.
Sponsors? Do you have sponsors for the luncheon?
We don't solicit sponsors for the luncheon necessarily, but we have some partnerships with folks who have deeply discounted their services and done a beautiful job and shared with us. The Floriste over on Western is our florist. They're fairly new. They've been in town, I think, for about a year, and I really can't say enough things about the work that they're doing.
Very
and
creative.
Wait until you see the flowers for the luncheon. I mean, they are beautiful. And another nice connection is the owners of the Floriste. Allison is Renell Brown's niece. And so they love the league. They'd been working with the league since they got here. Because of that family relationship, and we'd asked them to be our florist before we knew we were honoring Renell. So it's a really nice connection there. And then the English Paper Company has worked with us very closely on our invitations and programs. So the printed pieces, I think you will find to be beautiful.
How about the honorees? Tell us about who they are.
Our honorees
and
this
they
year
are wonderful.
It's so exciting. One of our committee members, who's a past Junior League president, Betsy Manter, found a quote. And it's adapted from Willa Cather, and it says, "History begins in the heart of a woman." And so we've adopted that as our theme.
That's dear.
And all of our honorees truly are pioneering women for this city. Our Sustainer of the Year is Jerry Cycle, and the Sustainer of the Year award is really designed around a specific project that a sustainer has done in the community more recently. And Jerry has worked so hard with the Oklahoma City History Center. There's a Junior League of Oklahoma City kiosk in the History Center, so visitors to the center can find out about the Junior League history, and Jerry was instrumental in making that come to bear. Our next honoree receiving the Mary Baker Rumsey Award this year is City Councilwoman Meg Salyer.
Oh, that's awesome.
Who is certainly a pioneer in her own right. She was the first woman president of the Downtown Rotary Club, Club 29, in its long history, and in the mid-90s she was president. She is a current city councilwoman. She owns her own business. She is an entrepreneur with a deep love of historic preservation. And then this year our final honoree is something we've never done before. We're honoring someone posthumously, and that's Rennell Brown. And Rennell was a hard worker for the league and a very dedicated member of the league. She chaired and edited the Superlatives Cookbook in the late 80s. She was a founder of the Mercy Women's Health Project. She was a founding member of the Heritage Hall Parents Association. And so
very outstanding person.
Really outstanding. It's been a pleasure to work with her family and her husband on this event.
Well, thanks so much for telling us about your honorees this year. We love them all.
We do.
And think they're so special.